I don't know about you guys, but as I'm getting older, I'm wanting to buy more and more cologne. And because I have so many, I use them all fairly often and they last for so long. So it just keeps growing my collection to where I get a lot of them. So I have quite a few, but I wanted to talk about this one here, which is Versace Man Eau Fraîche, or Fraiche, or Fracci. I don't know, maybe saying that wrong. As you can see, this specific bottle's got some usage out of it. I'm about a quarter of the way through it. I got quite a bit left to go of it, and I expect to have this one for quite a while. I do use this one fairly often. It's in my rotation of probably my top three, but you can see it's lasting quite a long time. So I just want to do a quick review on this, and kind of anybody that's out there that's kind of on the fence, don't know what they want to get. If they're looking for something, maybe they're just going to have one single fragrance. They want to find something that works for them. So I have some notes I have on this one, and I'll share with you guys. So this one is, I would say it's one of my more unique fragrances. It really has, I want to say it's like a spicy tone in it that definitely smells different, but smells better. It's very hard to describe, but listed on the review site for it, the main note is citrus, which does make sense. It has a little bit of like a spiciness to it. Aromatic, fruity, spicy, of course, and aquatic. There was one note that I didn't really see on many websites for it, but fresh. That is a great way to describe this. If you could put like getting out of the shower into a fragrance and then add some citrus and make it a little bit more spicier, that could be a pretty good way to describe this. Definitely is a clean scent to it. But like I said, the spiciness, at least what I get from it, is definitely the top note that I feel from it. As for where we can be wearing this one, I think this is really more of an informal fragrance. Although one of the top things about this is its versatility. It can be used in so many different places: summer, spring, fall, winter. It can be used year round. Although I'd say it's best suited for more of business casual events and going towards informal possibly. So I'd say if you're going in a suit and tie, maybe not the best one to have. But definitely informal. You just wear, a button-up shirt, slacks, or maybe you just, wearing your normal uniform or whatever it is. I think this would be a fantastic scent for it. As for its longevity, this can be a little bit concerning for some people. So this one, it's stated that it's supposed to have 6 to 8 hours, although I found some other sources saying that it has between 3 to 5 hours. And then there is some reports of bad longevity on this, as low as 3 hours, 4 hours, and then kind of goes away. They're unable to smell it anymore. I'd say in my own personal experience, I probably lean 5 hours is probably the maximum I would want to have this one on and expect it to be able to project anywhere. I do like the scent that it has after it's been applied. You wait a few hours, the spiciness kind of dies down a little bit, and then you get more of the core sense of it, more of like a little bit fruity, the citrus, just not as spicy in there. So it does work. It smells good still, but just the projection is not as great after some time. It is a fairly good compliment getter, I think, because it is so, I don't want to say so unique, but it definitely is a more unique type smell. I remember, this is funny, the first time I smelled this was 10 years ago, and my brother had it. And I remember smelling this cologne, and it was amazing. To remember the very first moment that you smell a specific cologne, that is a pretty good thing to say. So it definitely does leave an impression. And I think if you wear this, it definitely would get the attention of women, men, anyone around you that you're wanting to get the attention of. As for pricing, I found quite a few different prices online for this. This bottle is a 3.4 milliliter. I bought this one probably 6-7 years ago. I don't remember what I bought it for at that time. However, I did look up the prices currently on it. And right now, the 6.7 milliliter, you can get as low as $85 on Amazon. So that's double the size of this one. That would be a huge bottle, which I believe is about what I paid for this one, actually. So you can get that on Amazon. I did look at some other sources. Fragrance.net, you can get it for 110. In Macy's, you can get this for 160 in the 6.7 milliliter version. I feel like Amazon is one of the best places to get colognes. Their prices are very good. They're very fair. I will just say, just like eBay, probably a little bit worse on eBay, make sure that you are getting it from an actual vendor. Don't go and get some weird one, you know, cheap little one. If you see it for 40 bucks, it's probably not the real thing. So in the 6.7 milliliter. So make sure you're getting it from Versace themselves or somebody that you trust as a seller on Amazon. As for the 3.7 milliliter, Amazon definitely comes out on top as well, with one surprising place as well. So Amazon for this specific bottle size is $53. That is a great price. $53 for a fairly top of the line fragrance. I mean, it is Versace. They do make good fragrances, and one that I would say that this is one of the best smelling ones out there, in my opinion. I definitely think this is a top one for that. But little tidbit, if you guys have a Sam's Club near you, I don't know if you've ever seen or if you've ever been to one, that they actually have a small little fragrance section where they sell colognes and perfumes next to their jewelry section. And they have amazing prices. So on Amazon, this is $53. Sam's Club, this is $50. Now you take away shipping, which maybe you have Amazon Prime, adds a few extra bucks to it, or just $53 if you got the Prime, or $50 at Sam's Club. That is an amazing price, and I'm very surprised that they have it for as low as they do. And it seems that a lot of the fragrances they do have are such a great price, and they do keep them lower. And the only downside, though, is they don't have the larger bottles. They have the 3.4 milliliter and nothing else. And I did not get the pricing for the smaller ones, but I'll say, if you're going to be getting a fragrance, unless you're absolutely taking a chance on it, and even sometimes then, it's just better to get at least the 3.4 milliliter bottle. I mean, the smaller ones it's going to be about 35 bucks maybe. Pay $15 more, and you're getting basically double the amount. Which, even if you don't like it a lot, you can use it as, you know, freshen up your home, or maybe just a throwaway one that you just do, keep in your truck or keep in your car, or something like that, so you can use when you're in a pinch. Overall, this is definitely, like I said, one of my top fragrances. I use this fairly often. I do have a bad habit of putting too little on. I didn't know you could do that with cologne, right? I don't like it when everybody can smell what I'm wearing, so I stick with 1-2 sprays, and I like to air it out a little bit afterwards to make sure that, you know, it's not too overpowering, which I do think is important with your fragrances. I'll just show one last thing here if you guys are interested in seeing how well it sprays. See how easy that is to see. Definitely has a good full spray. The atomizer on there seems to be doing a pretty good job. And like I've said, this is a pretty old bottle. I've used it quite a bit, not too much. Oh yeah, definitely smelling that right now. You get the citrus pops out. Wow, smelling it now, maybe it's a little bit different. The citrus, maybe because it's so fresh, the citrus is popping out so much with a little bit of extra spiciness in there. But over time, that does die down a little bit. Like I said, spiciness goes down. So yeah, overall, this is a great one, guys. If you're looking to get one of these, I don't think you can go wrong with this. It is pretty common, so you may be smelling like some other people out there. But if you're fine with that and you're not really worried about what other people smell like, just worried about how good you smell, then this would be a great one to go with. All right. Thank you, everybody. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to put on there, please let me know. Just quick at the end, Amazon and Sam's Club, best place to go to get this guy. All right. Have a good one.